We mentioned at the top of the show the big matchup with Wisconsin taking on Alabama. Remember, Alabama does not have Nick Saban as their head coach. It's Kalen DeBoer. He was at Washington last year in the national title game. He's only been a head coach for 4 years, and now he's a head coach at Alabama. The thing is, when you're looking at this game, Ross, it's important to remember, even though some talent left and the head coach left from last year, there's still a lot of talent left on that Crimson Tide roster.
There is, and we've seen it. We've seen two versions of Alabama. We've talked on this show today a lot about the difference between week 1 and week 2, and some teams had a little bit of a hangover from week 1, and Alabama was one of those. Blew out a pretty decent Western Kentucky team to start the year, and then played really poorly against South Florida. Needed a 28-point fourth quarter to kind of to go from a one-possession game, which it was much of the game. And you wonder if Wisconsin defensively can exploit that Alabama offensive line, because that was the real bugaboo for the Crimson Tide was the offensive line. We saw them have, I think, 6 holding penalties. A couple were responsible for bringing back touchdowns. So can Wisconsin and the crew there, Daryl Peterson, those guys, can they get some real play against that O-line of Alabama? Because that's the thing that's the shakiest.
Yeah, tall task for Wisconsin. If you're curious, they haven't beaten a top 5 ranked team since they took down LSU in Lambeau in 2016.